Okay, so I'm gonna try to start talking about Star Wars. So, the idea is that stories like Star Wars or The Lord of the Rings are a guaranteed imagined story. Maybe not the specific details that make it into the popular mainstream movies or storybooks, but given the nature of the stories of Star Wars and the way that the creators of the stories of Star Wars, or their stories of The Lord of the Rings, but in this case I'm going to worry about Star Wars, come about, our imagination, the human imagination, will culminate in basically almost exactly that story. So the intention of my video is to talk about some of the technology presented in Star Wars, and how I think it's real. So in this case, the concept is that the first thing that you childishly imagine is probably more realistic than what you settle on as a rationally engineered possibility. So in the movie Star Wars, for example, there are lightsabers and people have sword battles, and initially one might think, well, that's just what, this crazy thing that somebody imagined. And then somebody sat down and tried to figure out how a lightsaber would be built. And very often people decide that the lightsaber is therefore a thing that either cannot exist at all, or they basically decide that, well, you could make something kind of like a lightsaber, but in no way would it work the way that it does in the movies. So my, I guess, argument, or anyways, my subject of discussion is that actually, if you get there, when people do have lightsabers, the way that they were just childishly imagined is exactly how they'll be. That's exactly what lightsabers are, and they are absolutely real. So there's other things about it, about the discussion, like, that I want to have, like, I want to talk about, what I think, like, the Death Star is, or what it's doing, and, movies like The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And I also want to talk about movies like The Lord of the Rings and The Eye in the Sky, or The Eye of Horus, and energy, waste heat recovery type stuff. But I'm going to cut this video here because I'm at the gas station. I'm about to get some gas. But I want to start making videos that introduce the discussion that I'm looking to have. I've tried using things like PowerPoint or writing things, but I'm going to try rambling to videos and see if I can get it across that way.